Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic. This is Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Family, drink. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. Family, remember the pillars of life: breath, water, clean water, right? Clean water, culturally appropriate diet, movement, and important. All of them important, but make sure you get your rest. All right. That's right, Simba. That's right. Simba says, get your rest. All right, family. Also, I want to say great Imani to each and every last one of you. We want to lift up the Imani babies because it is your day. It is your day. And as I peek down at my ancestral, at my algorithm, at my calendar, let's just say my Nguza Saba calendar, I know that we are in the week of Ujuma as well. So we saying great Imani, but we also want to say and lift up those Ujuma babies because we are in your week. With Sasha Ujuma baby. Even those Ujuma babies a round of applause because we were supposed to be getting a larger lesson about the principle of Ujuma, as well as digging deep into the lesson of Imani this morning. All right, well, this afternoon, because I'm doing it kind of late. And also, family, please know that if you hear some interruption, I am streaming this live through our Telegram. So those of you that want to come on to the show, once we figure it out, I'll be able to have you come on to the show and you could join this extended conversation. You know, ask questions. First, you got to let me cook. Then we'll go on and break off into questions and answers or discussion and stuff like that for those that want to do it. And I'll do this mainly on the weekends. I might do some for the week, because some people might want to get the show fast. They don't want to have to wait for it to post up. So this comes out first. Of course, I'm gonna be doing it on it's on Google Messenger or something like that. But I put the link in Telegram so that you could join us here. And I'm figuring that when I get done with it, if I choose, I can upload it to my YouTube channel if it's nice like that, right? But the video is horrible, and I'm gonna fix that too. I just have to get a device where I could go and actually I can start plugging in and using a quality camera. Let me see. Yeah, I can start using a quality camera, but I just have to get the lighting right in the living room, and we go back to streaming, but podcasting and streaming, so y'all can catch all of it, right? But anyway, family, I want to thank y'all for joining us. Make sure you like, share, and please be sure to subscribe. And most importantly, please post up your comments. You hear something you like, type in Ashe, because the more you grow, the more we grow. The only way I can grow is if we grow, right? That Ubuntu. And I'm trying to exercise that, family. Now, speaking of Ubuntu loop, a thought that hit me this morning while I was doing my meditation is that in some form of fashion, you need to add to your practice some type of communion with your ancestors, creator, however you do it. Throw your ancestors in there, and then also throw some energy towards us here at Gye-nyame. Throw some energy for those of you that's in Gye-nyame. Throw some energy for Tawi, as well as throw some energy for Simba Simpson Nation. All right, somebody just came on. Let's see what's going on here. Oh no, I thought I told them I supposed to stay. They gonna push me off my own damn call. Man, that's treacherous, right? But anyway, now you should throw some energy towards, if you part of Gye-nyame, towards Gye-nyame, throw some energy towards Tawi. If you part of Tawi, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you part of something, throw that energy out, because it's important that we start focusing on these we's, right? You might not want to claim it, but you are throwing energy towards we's. And what I am saying is, now we have to start throwing it consciously. A lot of us are throwing out energy towards things unconsciously. I am telling you right now, you need to start learning how to start throwing energy consciously. Doing, just like I say, we have to do things on purpose. This is one of the things we have to start doing on purpose. Let's say you're not able to throw organizations money. Throw them energy. Throw them some thought energy, right? You know what I'm saying? Focus on that organization, on its growth, on its prosperity, on its health, right? Because we spend a lot of time throwing the wrong energies to the wrong things. We are spending our energy and being attentive to things that are not attentive to us. You dig? And I really think that we need to stop that. We need to stop it, because it's not good for us. It's not healthy for us. All right. So anime, let's move into, that's right, the proverb of the day. The proverb of the day. Sorry for those on the link, you can get a proverb of the day. Proverb of the day. Proverb of the day is: proverbs are the horses of speech. If speech is lost, a proverb is what we use to find it. So this kind of goes into what I gave to the circle yesterday. Yesterday we had our first Simba and Simpson meeting, or Rescue Reese and store meeting, or however you want to look at it. We brought the group together. We had a nice amount of people that showed up. It was nice. And the one thing I told everybody in the circle as we passed the libation cup around, we got a bowl, our libation bowl around, everybody put their energy on it. And then we passed around again. I told everybody to start collecting their own personal proverbs. Proverbs that you can share in a circle, right? Proverbs that you use, right? And proverbs are mechanisms, we call them crystallized wisdom, are ideas that take something that's very complicated and distills it into simplicity. It helps you have immediate access to ancient wisdom. When you study proverbs, it gives you thoughts that you may have not had before. It stops you in the middle of a thought. It might even save your life. Proverbs are powerful tools, and at moments where we may be at a loss for words, a proverb will suffice, right? So sometime when you might be out of words, take some time, look at a proverb that you possibly could use. We living in a modern time. You could look up a situation and be like, yo, give me an African proverb for this, and see if it fits, right? Because sometimes you don't have to say nothing, but if you feel that you need to say something, sometimes you can use a proverb. You're in an extremely hard time, right? You don't have the words for. Proverb may help you push through. It may help you find your reason, find your why, or remind you of your why. Because these proverbs also remind us about who we are and what we are connected to. All right? Remind us of not only of who we are, but who we are. Because remember, in our system, the we plays a very important part. So proverbs are the horses of speech. If speech is lost, a proverb is what we use to find it, right? To find it, to find the speech, to find it. You know, sometimes if you left dumbfounded, shit, one of your proverbs might suffice. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on. The ancestral algorithm for the day is, I ain't gonna give you the algorithm yet, but what I am going to give you is the focus for Imani. We are on Imani, and the focus for all of the ancestral algorithms on Imani is overcoming doubt and a program of fear. The program of overcoming doubt and a program of fear. Now, I want you to listen to the focus when we share these ancestral algorithms. And we share them on certain days because there's energies. And for those energies on those days, there is a challenge, right? We have a challenge with faith, and the challenge with faith and the challenge with Imani is doubt and fear. If you want to destroy the foundation of something, move fear in. Stir up doubt. I want you to look at the COINTEL program. How did COINTEL program work? Right? They didn't all the force was the final step. Right? When everything else didn't work, what they try to do is sow seeds of doubt and fear. If I can create seeds of doubt and stir up fear within my enemies, I will always win. Now, that's on the we level. How about on the you level? How many of you are harboring doubts and allowing the program of fear to run through you? Your whole life is based around fears and shit going wrong and shit not working the way that it's supposed to work. You having doubts about yourself, right? And about your circle, because it's the we. In fact, many of us don't join circles because we don't want to depend on others, not realizing that goes totally against the survival mechanism of being human. We have to have a circle. We have to have a tribe. We have to have a family, whether we produce them directly from our blood or whether we form them ourselves. In fact, Brother Devin yesterday brought profound, as usual, brought up a point. He said, because we got a saying in Gye-nyame that says, blood is thicker than water, but spirit is thicker than blood. But he said that the actual saying is that the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Those who are in a covenant, right? Blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. I want y'all to think about that, right? Those of us that are in organizations, whether we know it or not, we have formed a covenant, an Ubuntu covenant. Because I wrote an article about that shit. Now, y'all need to go in and y'all need to go back into the Telegram and into because a lot of stuff I'm gonna start just posting on the Telegram. Because a lot of this stuff I'm gonna start holding for us. Listen, the blood of the covenant, the blood of our covenants, is thicker than the water of the womb. Right? We hear references to this all throughout history, or we see references of this all throughout history. Those who struggle together, those who suffer together, form bonds, and those bonds are a covenant. And we often become closer to those that we are in suffering with than those we are actually related to by blood. Come on, fam. Come on now. Anime, you feel me? Anime feeling me. I'm gonna let the thunder crack on that one. Right? Many of us are living outside of what it means to be human. We're trying to fit into the false super lone wolf mythology that these West Asians have developed, especially for you. Because those of you that honestly believe that Jeff Bezos or that funny Elon Musk or the Microsoft dude or the Asian that's running NVIDIA, that they made it all by themselves, you are truly a fool. Best believe they have a covenant backing them up and pushing them forward. Best believe it, right? We the only ones that believe that we can be the rugged individual. Stop it. Stop it. It's a false fantasy. Now, so we want to overcome doubt and the program of fear by building a strong we. This is why I was thinking, not because I ain't see this till afterwards, but I was thinking we need to really start energizing and sending energy to our community organizations, to our tribes, to our villages, to our nation. That's what it really is. We really need to start sending those positive thoughts and those positive energy, because it's not just a waste of time. We're building something. Because remember, there's I don't remember the verse, but people always shout that we are fighting principalities and we're fighting things that we can't see, which we're going to get into here as well, right? Just things that's happening that we can't see. And just because we can't see it does not mean it's not happening. You can't see electricity, but I'm guaranteeing right now you're using the effects of electricity in your life right now. But anyway, the actual algorithm is the universe. Listen, the universe is rigged in favor of my growth. Somebody top our share if you felt that. Oh, Simba like that, right? The universe is rigged in favor of my growth. The universe is rigged in the favor of your growth. Say it with your chest. Say, the universe, I'm listening. Can you hear? I don't hear you. Anime, let me know. Anime say she don't hear you. Simba, roar when you hear him. The universe is rigged. I heard you. Simba heard you. In favor of my growth. The universe is rigged in favor of my growth. Say it with your front finger. The universe, pointing out to the universe, is favored. Not my fault. The universe is rigged in favor of my growth. The universe is rigged in favor of my growth. It's rigged in the favor of your growth. Shit's going to happen to you so that you have to grow. You have to push past. You have to release. You know what I'm saying? Part of growth is that via negativity. We have to start learning how to release those things that are weakening us. All right? The universe is rigged in favor of my growth. All right? Now, the Ubuntu loop for the day, the Ubuntu loop, and I can stop it right here, but I'm not, because I still got to get to the script. Still got to do the haikus. We ain't even nowhere near done. Nowhere near done, right? So here we go. The loop is based on the word spiritual, and the definition, or I ain't gonna call it the definition, but this is what we mean when we say spiritual in this loop. Operating from profound conviction of unseen laws and ancestral backing. Operating from profound conviction of unseen laws and ancestral backing. You get it? You get it? So when I say I am spiritual, because we are spiritual, and we are spiritual because I am spiritual, you see the power in that? I am operating from a profound conviction of unseen law and ancestral backing, because we are operating from a profound conviction of unseen laws and ancestral backing. I am spiritual because we are spiritual, and we are spiritual because I am spiritual. And because I am spiritual, we become more spiritual. And because we become more spiritual, I become even more spiritual. You dig it? You see the force, you see the energy building, and you see how you can use that in meditation. The I to we, the I to we, the I to we. That is the algorithm. No, that's the loop of the day. So the loop and the algorithm work pretty much the same, but I'm trying to give you options so that you can focus on both, or if you only have enough bandwidth to grab one, write it down, and when you need to, you go back and you reflect on it. The universe is rigged in favor of my growth. And you keep on moving. Or I am spiritual because we are spiritual. We are spiritual because I am spiritual. And when I say spiritual, I mean I'm operating from a profound conviction of unseen laws and ancestral backing. Fam, I want you to deal with this information that we provide here at Gye-nyame Journey. Because I don't want to, it's certain things I could call it, but I don't want to call it that because I don't want to scare away some of y'all. But this stuff is real. All right, so now let's move to the, damn, we had 20 minutes. I ain't even get into the script. All right, so let's get into the haikus for today, and then I'll move directly into the actual program. All right, proverb of the day, proverb of the day. First proverb, Proverbs can help us with complicated ideas turn hard into simple. Is that it? Yeah, take a picture. That's right. Take a picture. That when you see haiku, that's come on, take a picture. Take another one. Yep. Hold on, let me get this side. Right? That's right. That's right. That's right. When you hear the word haiku, I want my face to pop up. That's right. That brother haiku. And I'm posing on him. Right? Next haiku. The universe is rigged to push our personal growth so that we can win. Oh, that's another one. That brother haiku. Do I need to? I don't even need to count it out for y'all because some of y'all get good enough to count. Hold on. There we go. Yep. Come on. I'm posed again. That's right. I'm haikuing. That's right. Third haiku for today. Laws of universe, although they cannot be seen, work in our favor. Hold on. That's right. That's right. Go. Yep. Listen, I'm haikuing, right? Haiku is part of my development. I don't know what you're going to use for yours, but you got to have some type of practice that you work on daily to move you towards your goal. Now, haiku is the one I'm using. Haiku, tai chi, rope flow, you know what I'm saying? The breathing exercises, right? And it's other stuff that I'm slowly chipping off, right? You got to have stuff to plug you in. Now, I want you to think about this. The power of thinking that the universe is rigged in your favor. I want you to think about the power of believing that the universe is rigged in your favor. And you have to go and think about this and work with this, right? Because many of us, let me speak for me, because for a long time, I struggled with, damn, man, anything that could go wrong will go wrong for me. This is the shit I used to, you know what I'm saying? Shit would happen to my car and I'd be like, this is horrible, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And all, you know, and I would notice this shit. But then I wouldn't notice the blessing that came at family. Many times, in order for us to be able to receive what it is we are due, there has to be something that makes us stop so that we can slow down and we can see it. I mean, one time, I pulled into a Kroger's and my car wouldn't start. So I stepped out, I did what I had to do, and I said, I'm tired of this. I was going to these mechanics. I said, I'm going to just go over to this shop, this AAMCO shop over here on Cleveland Avenue. Right? I've been looking at it. I decided to go to the barber right across the street from it, and I said, okay, I'm going to just take it over there. This is over. Shit. This is a little bit, it's older than Gina. No. Yeah. I've been going there longer than Gina been alive. I've been going here for continuous service for 16 years, and not only do they do good work, they guarantee it. It's a little bit pricey, but I've been always able to afford it, and they have kept my vehicles running. They even do my oil changes. The point I'm trying to make is that I had to finally get frustrated, stop doing because I usually would try to track down an alley mechanic and try to save as much money as possible on the work. And eventually I said, And the universe plugged me in with somebody that one day when I bring my car in, they'd be like, Cecil, this just was a wire loose. I'm putting the wire on there for you, and I see you on your next oil change or whatever. Like, damn. Oh, you got a warranty for that. I got the warranty right here. Boom. That's free. Wow. Right? The universe makes us have to slow down. And now, so oftentimes, many of us will focus on just the bad part, but we don't acknowledge the good stuff that came after that. Family, the worst thing that ever happened to me produced some of the greatest results. All I had to do was sit still. That's it. I sat still and everything lined up. And I ain't saying that's the way your life works. But I'm saying you might want to kind of check yourself and check how your thoughts work. And then also check and see, who does your thought process benefit? Does it benefit you or does it benefit your enemy? Is your thought process helping you grow or is it hindering your growth? All I'm saying is change how you see yourself and your relationship to the universe. Because according to what our stuff says, the universe is rigged in favor of your growth. So even the things that happen to you that are bad, guess what? They're for your good. That's how dope you are. Give yourselves a round of applause. I know those on YouTube can't hear it. Give yourself a round of applause. All right, let's see if anybody is checking in. Because if not, next time it pops up to say that it's going to cancel, I'm going to let it cancel. All right, let's go. All right, I'm going to get out for that. All right, family, so here we go. I did all three. So, give me the bell, please. Bell is ringing. So, the title of the program today is Trust the Program of Growth. Here's the official haiku for the day. If I had a drum roll, please. Trust the fertile soil. Even when the winter chills, life returns transformed. Go ahead. Take the picture, right? Take that. Yup. The haiku. That's right. Haiku. If there's a picture of a haiku, that is me, right? That's me, right? All right. All right, family. Pull up a chair to our porch that you have helped us get. In fact, many of y'all are meditating right now, seeing me standing on the porch, and you're able to walk in, and you walk in, sit down, and get you a drink of that Phoenix blood, that secret family recipe. I want you to settle your breath down into your belly, deep down into the kumbra spot. If you can go deeper, do it. Ground your heels firmly, right? In the collective red clay of our memories. And let us sit this morning with this ancestral medicine. So, y'all know, like, today is Sunday, right? The 16th, 2026 for the uninitiated. And we are stepping directly into the unshakable, life-affirming frequency of Imani. We are on the day of Imani, right? Those of you that's initiated, you know what day it is. But I had to say something for those who don't know. I hate putting the dates and stuff on it, but you'll see why. We're resonating in the deep foundational vibration of the color red. I know some of y'all out there like, Brother Haatim, why you got on orange? This is from yesterday, right? I got up late. I'm still in my process. I'm not going to get up and do some sweating and all that and put on some red when I ain't officially start my day yet. I haven't officially started, Imani. I'm coming out. I'm doing this for y'all, right? So, Ancestors have handed us our algorithm for the day's walk. And it is, once again, the universe is rigged in favor of my growth. Now I want us to sit down with the weight of that truth. Too often our minds get trapped in the lower emotional triad of the survival state. Mad, sad, and scared. When we operate From that wounded frequency, we interpret every delay as an intentional attack, every stumble as an indictment of our worth, and every obstacle as proof that the world is conspiring to crush us. We get tangled up in the heavy chains of blame, shame, and guilt. We blame our upbringing, feel shame for our mistakes, and carry the toxic guilt of past missteps, like an amble strapped to our chest. That is the programming of defeat. That is the spiritual blindness that keeps divine kings and queens, warriors, nation builders, and elders, wise counsels, doctors, lawyers, mechanics, wandering through life convinced they are mere beggars. In the Gye-nyame journey, Imani is not a passive wish or blind optimism. In the player's pyramid, Imani is laid down as the very base of the bedrock foundation of our personal megaliths. You cannot build a lasting monument on sandy ground. True faith is the active knowing that every single circumstance, friction, challenge, and triumph is divine data coded specifically to strengthen your spiritual musculature. When you embrace via negativa, the sacred discipline of subtraction, you realize that faith is not about piling on new spiritual jargon, adopting another frantic routine, or doing more to prove your worth. Self-mastery begins when you scrape off the mental buildup. You must strip away the false narratives that life is happening to you and install the ancestral conviction that life is happening for you. Look at what we carry that does not belong to us. We carry the illusion that we must control every outcome. We hold on to the generational trauma that tells us to stay small, stay guarded, and expect betrayal. We allow the noise of modern distraction, endless media, fear-mongering, and the constant hustle of accidental living to drown out the quiet hum of our inner power. Close your eyes and listen to that for a second. The quiet hum of your inner power. Imani demands that we drop the dead weight. When you release the need to force the universe into your fragile ego timeline, you make room for authentic power. You prune away the doubt, scrape off the cynicism, and recognize that trials you face are custom-tailored resistance training in the cosmic gymnasium. Consider the ancient Yoruba proverb. Proverbs are the horse of speech. If your speech is lost, a proverb is what you use to find it. When speech is lost, when tragedy, confusion, or exhaustion leaves us speechless and disoriented, we do not need more frantic chatter. We need the ancestral vehicle that carries meaning back into our spirit. The proverb is our horse. It cuts through superficial noise, reconnects us to our potent center, and realigns our scattered thoughts with universal law. Now, I often use this term, potent center. Potent means powerful center. Your potent center, your true self, your potent center, all right? History echoes this truth on this very day, August 16th. On August 16, 1963, Brother Georg Olden made history as the first African-American artist to design the United States postage stamps commemorating the centennial of the Emancipation Proclamation. With the iconic broken chain, in a world that attempted to render black genius invisible, Olden did not scream into the void. He let his craft and his unshakable faith become the cultural vehicle that carried dignity and freedom across millions of homes. On August 16, 1858, the first transatlantic telegraph cable bridged vast oceans, proving that connections will always innovate a way through insurmountable distances. And on August 16, 1965, the Watts uprising concluded in Los Angeles, standing as a stark historical marker that when society ignores the legitimate cries of the oppressed, truth and systematic reckoning will inevitably rise to demand transformation. Now, in 7 Sticks, the elder teaches his children that when the sticks are separated, they snap with ease. But when bound together by the twine of interdependence, the number one, for those in our system, they are unbreakable. Imani is the spiritual twine that binds your intuition, intellect, emotion, and spirit and physical body into alignment. When you align your inner 5 parts, you no longer move through the world like prey. As reminded in the Warrior's Handbook for Life Journey, you stop running with the herd like a lost symbol who forgot his roar. You step boldly onto the open plains of your true divine nature. To reveal the red flame of Imani today, what buildup must our tribe scrape off? First, scrape off the addiction to catastrophic thinking. Catastrophic thinking. If you know what that is, somebody type out shit, because it's a lot of that shit going around. I used to do that shit. Stop rehearsing worst case scenarios and treating worry like a productive activity. Worry is not a productive activity, family. Second, release the bitter habit of nursing old wounds. Blaming others keeps you locked in their narrative, and when you drop the blame, you reclaim the author's pen of your own life. Third, shed the false belief that you are alone in the wilderness. You are connected to the source and backed by the cloud of witnesses who walk through the fire so that you could stand upright. When you declare with every fiber of your being, the universe is rigged in favor of my growth, you mount the horse of ancestral truth. You stop asking, why did this happen to me? And begin discerning, what strength is this forging in me? You see the dark soil not as a burial plot, but as a fertile womb where your greatness is taking root. You drop the shame, shed the guilt, and step fully into a life of peace, power, and joy. Now, family, if you would, look down in the description. You already know. Some of you already know, right? Look down in the description. Click the link. Connect with us. Connect with me, right? You got questions? Connect with me. The link will take you directly to where you can connect with me. Also, you get your Nguzo Saba narrative map. It's free. Also, you could join our e-course, right? I'm revamping that right now, but you can still start the e-course. So by the time you get done, I will have my thing done for you. You could get access to all of my books, right? Okay. You could join our Telegram, right? If you listen for the first time, family, go to the Telegram because I'm dropping it. I just started the Ubuntu Loop. So the Ubuntu Loop is getting a write-up on a daily basis. Ancestral algorithm is getting a write-up that's only available on Telegram. And the proverb is getting one that's only available on our Telegram group. So come on over, join the family. Let's start building. Let's start playing out here, right? But with that, you know what that means. You are now listening to Gye-nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.